Walking around with my hand on my cause I'm popping and I know you're not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk, got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's time.
I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with to groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On third down, Rosen eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Rosen on first down. Being chased out left. He gets it left side of Johnson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
6:37. Right. 24. Go. Get set.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On 3rd down, it's Grant. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Christian Kirk deep to return it. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So out now come the Cardinals. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rosen to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. And on the ground they go with the running back. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gordon.
Hey, 7:34.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Breaks through the contact. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
694. White. 808. Go. Get set.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Kendall Donnerson who made the stop on the defensive side.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Monday down. Go, go. Get set, get set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Out to his left. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
3rd and long here for Rosen. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the interception, here's Rosen. Flushed out right. That is caught. at the 7. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. Oh, throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Now I would be surprised if they go for it. 3 points is not ideal. It's not what they want, but it's still only the first half. Take the 3 points and move on.
The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Detroit! Hot!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking? Distance like this at intermission.
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a first carry for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. A first throw here for the backup, Taylor. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Taken in at the 22. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Over!
Now Rosen to throw on second down. And the Raiders have got him. Cameron Jordan in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Rosen. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Set! 3-19!
Rosen on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. Third down here. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Oakland ready to take the field.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So he got free at 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try to sneak with Taylor. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Play action, it's Taylor. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Play action here with Rosen. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. And this is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ricky Seals-Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Take that all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Corey Grant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Rosen on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rosen will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Rosen to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
All right, now look at 56.
Now Rosen. Flush to his right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And now it's Rosen looking. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. The rookie Josh Rosen with 3 touchdown passes. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. So here's a big play for the Cardinals as they'll go for 2. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here comes Grant on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Raiders on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 16. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of a wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Rosen to throw. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. And they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Here's Taylor. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Taylor to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. T.J. Green with a pick. Green flexing his muscle. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone, but there is a flag down. And this one may be coming back. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now it's Rosen. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's flushed out left. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. From the shotgun, it's Taylor on the move to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did it.